Welcome friends. Today we are going to do a drugstore makeup and a little bit of skincare haul, and then we're going to go ahead and do a try on and test them out, kind of give a first impressions. These are all items that are drugstore, but they are recommended and or recommended as a dupe for a higher priced item. And they are all different YouTubers that have recommended this. So I have some things from Angie over at Hot and Flashy that she recommended, Emily Noel, and Jessica Braun. So I'm going to show you guys what I got, and we're going to see if they are telling the truth, or at least if I agree with them about the items. Hi, if you are new here, my name is Meredith, and welcome. I do all kinds of unboxings, beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. I also do grocery hauls and shopping hauls, product reviews, and whatever else I happen to be up to at the moment. So if that sounds like a good time, hit the red subscribe button down below and we can hang out more often. Another thing that we do is usually lipstick of the day, but because I'm going to do a try on, we're going to actually get to that lipstick at the end of the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and dig right in. So the first thing that I got is a face wash. Now, this was actually not recommended by anyone else. Actually, I take that back. I think this has been recommended by Angie over at Hot and Flashy quite a while ago, but I actually purchased this because I have used a trial size of this before and I enjoyed it, and I actually think it's going to be a really good dupe for a more expensive face wash that I have been using. I've almost used it up, and so I wanted to get this and test them sort of against each other to make sure it really works well as a dupe for that. But this is from La Roche-Posay, or La Roche-Posay, however you say it. How do you say it? This is for normal to dry skin. It's the Toleraine Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. It says it is dermatologist tested and safe for sensitive skin. Gently cleanses while retaining essential moisture. It is soap-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free. It has 3 ceramides and niacinamide. So this is a pretty decent sized bottle. I believe this retails for $14.99, and I did purchase this at Target. So while it is a little on the spendy side for a drugstore item, I would technically still consider it drugstore since it's at Target. So I'm going to test this out. I seem to recall it doing pretty well removing makeup, and I really liked it at the sink at night when I wash my face and take any makeup that I have on off. So picked up one of those. I also picked up the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk, and it has coconut milk and aloe extract. I got it in the shade Fair, which is number 520. Now this was a Jessica Braun recommendation, and she said it was a dupe for something else that I've been trying out recently. This is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. This does have SPF in it. I believe it's SPF of 30, but it actually doesn't say that on the smaller trial size that I purchased. So we'll go ahead and see what we think about this. This, I'm hoping, is the right shade. Obviously with stores right now there are no testers, you can't try it out, so I just sort of had to hope for the best. I do believe this is the lightest shade that Target carries. So we're going to put this to the test and see if I think that they are comparable or not, and I will kind of tell you what I've been thinking about this one as well. It's okay, but I'm not sure that I 100% love it. Okay, so this is something else that Angie from Hot and Flashy recommended. This is the Honest Beauty Invisible Blurring Loose Powder in Translucent. I like that this is a little bit more of a environmentally friendly, less chemical product. I haven't used a ton from Honest Beauty. If you have, let me know down below. I would love to hear your thoughts and what you think about it if you've tried any of them. But when she used this on camera, I really felt like it did blur her under eye area quite a bit, and that's one place where I feel like I could use some blurring. Right now my face is pretty bare. I did already prep my skin with, man, I'm just throwing things today. The Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. I got this in PR and I've been testing it out so I can give you guys a really full, honest review. So far, I don't feel like it does a ton of pore filling when it comes to priming. I will say that. But I do think it feels really nice on the skin. And I did mix it with the 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster. Now, these are not drugstore items, but I did want to tell you what I started with when you're looking at the skin product later. So we're gonna put this to the test. And then this is something that Emily Noel recommended. She thinks this is a good dupe for the Buxom Plumping Lip Glosses. And I would have to say that I agree with her on this. This is the one thing I've already tried, and I did show it in a video. This is from Milani. It is their Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. This is in the shade number 13, and it is Rosewood. I do think it's really pretty. I feel like it has a similar consistency to the Buxom glosses. I felt like this color was pretty good. It had a decent amount of pigmentation. It does have a little bit of sparkle to it, but not over the top. The only thing I will say is that I didn't love the shade range. This was one of the darker, more pigmented colors. And I've got a cat over here. Voldemort's hanging out. Hey, bud. Oh, he's walking away. Apparently he's not interested. But the color. I'm all over the place. I just didn't feel like the shade range was impressive. This was one of the darker colors there was, and I didn't feel like this had a ton of pigment to it, so that would be the one downside that I have found so far. But I do like this color. It's nice, but I would want a lip liner with it because it's almost not enough color for me because my lips are just so pale. If your lips are naturally more colored, I think you'd probably love it. And then the last two items I have are both from Maybelline. This is a newer product, and this was just on the shelf while I was looking for this next item, and I was like, ooh, that's shiny. I need to try that. So this is the Maybelline Color Strike Cream to Powder Eyeshadow Pen, and I got it in the shade Spark Metallic, and that is number 30. So they had quite a few different shades, and to be honest, I could have bought like half the line, but I refrained and we decided to just choose this one color. From the packaging, it looks kind of like a pretty rose gold sort of color, so we're going to see if it really matches the packaging once we try it out or not. And then the last thing, I already know I like the formula of. This is the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. I do feel like the liquid lipsticks from this line actually last longer than these ones do, but I still really like it. I already own this in, I think it's called Own Your Empire. This one is Hustle in Heels, and we're going to give it a test out. Of course, it's a red shade. Are you surprised? So we're going to give this a go. All right, so now that I've yacked about every single product, let's go ahead and test these out. Now, I am going to try to apply the Skin Milk with my fingers, but I do also have a dampened beauty blender just in case. And anytime I don't immediately go in with my foundation or my tinted moisturizer after my regular moisturizer and sunscreen and all that, I like to use the Murad Hydration 3-in-1 Prebiotic Multi-Mist. I'm not sure I see a major difference in my makeup or my skin when I use this, except that it just gives a little bit of extra hydration. So I do like to shake it up before I use it. But I feel like it just gives a nice canvas to kind of start your products with. So we're going to go ahead and go in with this. Again, it's in the shade 520, which is fair. And it is vegan for any of you who really like your products to be so. So we're going to go ahead. This is what it comes out. It is a little on the thinner side, I will say that. It's got like almost a... Okay, it's got kind of a weird smell. Like, I hate to say it, almost kind of like glue. I do think the shade I got might be a pretty good match. Or maybe just slightly light. But I'm sure in a month or two I will be plenty pale enough to use it. I'm going to go ahead and tap that under the eye. I definitely have some misses or some products that I feel like are only good for a specific use coming up in my skincare video, which I have mentioned a couple of times, but I'm working on a bunch of different face washes mostly, but I have some eye creams and a couple moisturizers as well to kind of go over and tell you what I think about them all. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and use my dampened beauty blender. I feel like this could blend maybe just a little bit better under the eyes. I feel like this has a weird smell. I feel like it kind of smells a little bit like glue, and it almost has like a little bit of a beaded texture that like breaks down almost, I would say, as you're using it. So that's kind of interesting. I like that it has a lighter weight texture. I did have a little bit, yeah, it's not like 100% amazing coverage, but let's get in close here. Don't feel like it's too bad. Oh, I got a little patch of dry skin there. There we go. What do we think? I feel like it's looking a little patchy. I don't feel like it maybe blends in the best. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna grab my trusty little mirror. Okay, so I got my handheld mirror so I can really see, because I feel like the viewfinder doesn't always show. But I feel like I'm really having to work it in. I feel like it's kind of patchy and sort of clinging. So, yeah, I wouldn't say they're a great dupe for each other. As far as like thinness of the formula, yes, I think they're similar in that respect. They both are definitely more liquid and more thin. But I would say this definitely clings more in patchy, blotchy ways. So I don't know if I 100% agree. Thin, yes. Consistency, somewhat similar. But this one doesn't, I believe, have any sunscreen in it also. So that is definitely different. This one has sunscreen. This one does not claim to on the packaging, and it didn't come with an outer box. So if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer type product and you want thinner coverage, I actually think this is better. I will say this has not a lot of coverage. So like if you're going to spend the day at the beach, this is great. If you're wanting to really cover under eye dark circles and blemishes and that kind of stuff, this is not going to give you that. It's going to give you a slightly more even skin tone with a light amount of coverage and a little bit of hydration and sunscreen. This, I will say, I feel like it gave me a little more coverage, but I really felt like I had to spend time really working it into the skin where I don't have to do that with this. So I definitely wouldn't say that these are dupes for each other. But I do like the amount of coverage that I got, other than it was a little patchy and needed more working in. Okay, next product. Let's keep this moving along, Meredith. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is a one shadow eye look with this Maybelline Color Strike, so we can really see what it does. So this, oh, it twists off. Okay, it twists off, and it has this little sponge pointed tip applicator. So I'm going to slide you guys in here so we can see what this is really going to do. It's got some nice metallic shimmer to it for sure. I feel like, okay, this is what it looks like. I feel like I'm not getting a lot of product on the end of the wand. So I just kind of twisted it in there. So let's see if that works. Oh yeah, that's better. So when I first pulled it out, there wasn't a ton on there. And I feel like the product is very thick in there. And like, it doesn't really move much. However, I do like this shade that we have here. So, I mean, if you're wanting a quick one shadow look with just a little bit of shimmer, I think it's good for that. However, I feel like it's really thick and creamy, and I feel like there's not a lot coming off on the wand if I don't like literally twist it like this. So that's kind of a dud. I'm not sure I would purchase another one of these. I feel like the shadow crayons from Trestique and from, oh shoot, Laura Mercier, that's who I'm trying to think of, work better with less fussing around with the packaging. So, pretty shade, nice shimmer, easy eye look, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit more liquidy so that you can get the product out easier and quicker because I feel like I'm futzing. So I'm not sure that this is something that I'll recommend. What do you guys think? All right, next up we are going to try this Invisible Blurring Loose Powder from Honest Beauty. We'll see what we think. This is what the packaging looks like, just FYI. Oh, my cat found a squirrel to watch. What's out there, buddy? Huh? What do you see? Oh, or is it a bird? Is it in a tree? He's very intent over here. Okay, so when you open up, this is what it looks like. So you pop this piece off, looks like. All right, I'm gonna have to finagle. Hang on. So I just popped this open and it did kind of explode a little bit on my shirt. So that's unfortunate, but this is what it looks like when you open up the packaging. I have my Alamar Cosmetics brightening brush. I am just going to use this, tap a little bit. This is what it looks like. It does have sort of a mesh screen there. So I'm just going to tap the slightest amount of that, get off any excess, and we're going to go ahead and see if this really does blur my under eye. There we go. Gotta lean down so you can really see those nice. I don't know if I see quite as much blurring as it felt like she got on camera. We'll see. I'm also curious to see if it ends up wearing well throughout the day. All right. See if I can blur my forehead a little. I actually feel like it might have done something up there. What do you guys think? I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. How is it appearing on film once I've put it on? All right, so this one, I don't know. This one I feel like might have actually done something. It's kind of hard to say. Feels nice. It's definitely a very fine powder, and it feels good on the skin if I'm touching it. So this actually might be worth it. We'll have to see as the day goes on. And then the last piece of this, I'm going to finish the rest of the makeup look in a minute here, but we're going to try this out. So I'm going to go apply some blush and bronzer and all those good things, and I'll be right back. All right, I am going to swatch this Milani gloss on the back of my hand since I'm not going to do a try-on of this product because we're going to use the Maybelline one instead. So it does have a larger doe foot applicator. Again, this is in number 13, Rosewood. I'll try and link everything down below for you guys. This is what it looks like. So it's very pretty. I just prefer slightly deeper colors. So I think I will use this mostly over other colors, but also I could see filling in with a lip liner a little bit and really defining things and then putting this over it, and I think it'd be really pretty. So it does have a plumping, tingling effect, so just, you know, keep that in mind. And now here is the shade. So this one looked a little bit more on the orangey, slightly warmer tone side, so we'll see if it is actually true to color as I put it on. But this is what the tip looks like, and it does actually come with a sharpener so that you can keep that point a little bit more if you like it that way. So let's go ahead and try it. I like that shade. What do you guys think? Alright, I need my mirror because this in the viewfinder it's just not working. Don't mind my little countertop mirror. The shade is definitely pretty. All right, so what do we think? Okay, obviously you know me if you've been around a while. I love a good red shade, so, and I already know I like this formula, so this is definitely a win. Again, this is number 45, Hustle in Heels. Really like this one a lot. And Own Your Empire, if you're looking for a slightly more neutral to cool tone color, Own Your Empire is great, and I think it has just a hint of that blue base to it, whereas this one is a little bit more on the warmer orangey, maybe even slightly brick color shade of red. So love this. This is a total win. I knew it would be, so that wasn't a surprise at all. The Honest Beauty translucent powder, I do feel like it did have a little bit of a blurring effect. I like this, and I'm definitely going to continue to try it and see how it wears as the day goes on. But so far, not too bad, and it might actually do what it says. This, I feel like, is a shade that would match me a little bit better in the middle of winter. I feel like it really, well, it looks like it matches my neck, but I also feel like a little pasty and a little chalky, which I do think might actually be the finish of the product a little bit as well, more than just the shade of it. It looks okay on camera, but if you get up close in person, I do feel like it's a little bit patchy, like around the nose. I'm not wowed by this. I don't think I would ever buy a replacement of it. I'll continue to use it and see what I think over time, but and this, I don't know. I'm curious if mine is just a little bit more dried out. Or if there's just so little product. I wish you could see like inside of the tube. I don't know if that's coming across or not. Probably not. But you can see the product down there, but it's like packed in at the bottom, and if you just stick the wand back in, it doesn't quite come across as having had a lot of product. It's nice. It has a light sheen, but I don't feel like it's anything major, and I feel like you could save your money on this one. What do you guys think? All right, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave me your product recommendations down below. What have you guys been loving that's from the drugstore lately or high-end? I'll try either one. And until next time, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. You know I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.